It's the only reason President Biden had been on the fence about canceling student loans. There's two sides to every story, but there's only one backstory. It's late in the evening. President Biden sits alone at his desk reading letters from struggling college students. Oil paintings of past presidents aline the oval-shaped room. A woman's raspy voice severed his concentration. "Mr. President, they are here." The lights in the oval dimmed, a slight vibration shifted the floor beneath his feet. Suddenly, an opening in the floor exposed a spiral staircase. Biden was swallowed by the descending darkness. His frail bones were unsteady. Latching onto the railing was his saving grace. The tiny room he entered was built in the 1920s as a way to smuggle in JFK's numerous mistresses. President Biden circled the table. At the center was a familiar face. Tucker Carlson. "I can't keep meeting you here. Joe, did you consider my proposal?" Tucker's off-putting smirk is riddled with disdain, and he reveled in it. "Let's cut the pleasantries. Student loans only have one purpose. Similar to payday loans, they keep the economy strong and viable." President Biden's response is delayed. His words were lodged in his throat. "I get it, but I have to pretend like I'm doing something. Promises are meant to be broken, Mr. President." A voice groaned from the shadows. Former President Bill Clinton slithered into the light. His foreboding grin told us he was pleased with his objections. "Good to see you again, Tucker." "Joe?" Tucker shook both presidents' hands. A crippling silence overtook the cramped space. "Joe, forgiving student loans was never about helping struggling students." "I know. Why do you think I've been on the fence?" All three men grinned in unison. "It's about one thing and one thing only: credit scores. Forgiving student loans will mean that their credit scores will rise, which means lower interest rates, better housing opportunities, better employment, and the power to negotiate. With all due respect, it's a bad idea to people that look like you and me, Mr. President." Biden turned to walk away. "Once the Supreme Court strikes this down, at least it will look like I tried."